أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Dear brothers and sisters, this lecture is part of a series of lectures I'm decoding for some numerical values in the Great Wise Quran related to the topic of the hour or the end of time. Here in the first location where the word as-sa'a came, Baghta, chapter 6 verse 31, it's very strange that it stay that far, it's not in Al-Baqarah, not in Al-Imran. Anyway, قد خسر الذين كذبوا بلقاء الله حتى إذا جاءتهم, those who deny or disbelieve meeting Allah till the hour comes suddenly for them. They say, woe to us, we lost, we sorry that we didn't consider it, we didn't care about it, we didn't prepare for it. Just the word as-sa'atu baghta, where is this? Chapter 6 verse 31. Yes, it's 31. Losers are those who deny the encounter with Allah. Then when the hour comes upon them, suddenly they will say, alas, what is this alas? For us, alas, how we have neglected it, and they will carry their burdens on their backs. Evil is what they carry. As-sa'atu baghta, just the word as-sa'atu baghta. As-sa'atu baghta. This is 6:31. I'm going to look at as-sa'a, the hour, baghta, sudden, baghta. Geometrical value of as-sa'a 167. The word baghta, 2 plus 1000 plus 400 plus 5, 1407. 1407. So both, how much? 1574. How many letters in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters. How many words? 2 words. Where they're located? In verse 31. What chapter? Here, up to here. Before I bring in the chapter, I have the solution up to here. I didn't finish it. It's not that I stop here. Okay, if you take 1574 plus 10 plus 2 plus 31, all add up to 1617. This number in the corner up here, 1617. This is just the data from 2 words in the location where they are. No more in this one here. Sometimes, like I been saying before, like I shrink the amount of data I'm dealing with to make it easy to deal with. So what if I go and I ask this question? I want to look, the chapter start with disjointed letters like alif lam mim. Here we have a verse like saying Al-Araf. This is Alif Lam Mim Sad, verse 187. I'm gonna consider verse 107 of chapter 12, Alif Lam Ra, Yusuf. Verse 85, وإن الساعة لآتية فاصفح الصفح الجميل. Al-Hijr 85, Alif Lam Ra. Maryam 75, وإما العذاب وإما الساعة. طه 15. 30, 12, 14 and 15 ويوم تقوم الساعة. 31 لقمان 34. Inna Allah indahu ilmu as-sa'a, belong to Allah. With Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the knowledge of the hour. He brings the rain. He knows what in the wombs. No soul knows what's gonna gain tomorrow, and no soul know where it will die. Allah is know the most. This is, like I said before, this is an example. It's not like that's what Allah only know. Allah knows everything, but these the people they was asked most about it, because they care much about this information. 40, 46, 41, 47, 41, 50, 42, 17 and 18, 43, 61, 66, 60, 85, 45, 27, 45, 32, and that's it. So I'm gonna look, I'm gonna filter this many verses, okay? I'm gonna see just those verses in these chapters, where the chapters where this chapter start with like disjointed letter. So how many we have? Dhikr as-sa'a it came in 21 times in 20 verse in 12 chapters. All these chapters they start with disjointed letter. Okay, so in the disjointed letter we have the disjointed letter chapters. We have 21 times in 20 verse, 12 chapters. All these start with disjointed letters. Okay, Al-A'raf 187, first and last. Al-Jathi 32. No. Yes. Al-Jathi 32. وإذ قيل إن وعد الله وإذا قيل إن وعد الله حق والساعة لا ريب فيها. So I'm gonna look at these 20 verses over here and ask this question. I need the serial value of these 20 verses. Serial value 14,338, that many. I have a couple of solution for these. If you take out of this much number here 66, which is the word geometrical value of the word Allah. Also this is Ajal as-sa'a, the deadline of the hour, times 192. I'm decoding with al-basmali. Look how strong is al-basmali. It's very strong. What left is 50, the hour, as-sa'a. I'm looking for 16, very near. Another way to decode, because these all start with like some type of disjointed letter, the 14 disjointed letters serial value all add up to 171. So let me decode with 171 instead of 192, with the 74 I didn't solve. I don't know what's 74 here. What left is 30 represent the word represent Allah, and 50 represent Sa'a, the hour. 1604 if you add up 13 you get 1617. So this kind of, like I said, because there is a possibility you can choose other decoding, then you lose all this information. So what I do, I give mass amount of decoding and I look which one fits every choice I'm going through, because I have different choices right now. You follow me what I'm saying? Different way of approaching these numbers. But what about if I add more data to this number? How many letters in these verses? 1,382 letter, 331 word. They add up the number of these verses, the one I gave it to you a minute ago, 1,092. This al-basmali, look how much similar to this number. Okay, each verse, 20 verse, we need 20 line here, but I press them into this much. 20 line, each line contains 7 of these numbers. Okay, this will add up to 1 to the data of the chapters belong where these verses belong to. It add up to that much for each verse. This add up to 1 3 7 3 3 4. I see 74 here again. What could be 74? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna solve this big number, or you do the small thing here. What if I do solve as follow? I'm gonna take 770 1, hold on, 3 7 3 3 4. I'm gonna take out of this big number here, this number 137,334. I'm gonna take out of it 770. 77 is Rasulullah. I don't know what 770 is. You need to solve it. Times 171. The 14 disjointed letter I'm decoding with. Okay, you take Rasulullah Ahmad Abdullah and Rasulullah Isa ibn Maryam. They're the one the people ask most. As-Sa'a, they ask about the hour. 5396, what left is 5396, this group over there. 1616, 1603, 2177. This one choice. I have a solution here, but I forget how I done it. I forget to write it. I was watching the news. Well, it's okay. خلاص, so I don't want to bother with it. I don't know. This is my first lecture. I don't want to start it hard, so I don't want to give up. I don't want to drain my energy, you know. The geometrical value for these, instead of 14,000. Geometrical value for these 20 verse over there, geometrical value for all these 20 verses is 106. This is the name of Nabi Alayhi Salam. 24. This is the name of Isa. 6. 16. This Muhammad Abdullah. 124 Isa ibn Maryam. Okay. If you take out of this number here 151, علم الساعة القيامة, this is علم الساعة. 91 علم الساعة القيامة, multiple of 693. Here 693 equivalent to 171, same number. This is 14, disjointed letter, geometrical value, same set of letters, value. Okay. What left is 1603. 1603. This number here. Wallahi, life is too short. La ilaha illallah. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Even the whole life is too short if you look at it, comparing to billions of years for stars and galaxies and objects in heaven. Even the jinn, they live like more significant time than human. What to do? So almost the whole humanity live what? A whole, like 1/2 cycle of carbon, close to 106246. Yeah. Well, like if people live 6,000 years, almost 1/2 time for carbon, 6,000, almost 5,700, 5,800. You know, we are living the end of the life of the system now. You know, is the human life ending up with the life everything? I say no. No, I prove that. We came in the history of the system, you know, the universal system, and we're gonna go to our time. So what about these verses, you know, in the Quran? حملت الجبال فدكتها دكة واحدة. This is later. This is later. But the end of the human gonna end up with the trumpet. The trumpet, I think, the beginning of the start. The start of the end. We need to discuss this one day to see. Whatever, I mean, if you go, that's it. Why you care about what's gonna be left behind, you know? That's it. If you go, that's it. But how about if we add up those data up there, that number over there, to this number here? I'm gonna remove this here. If we're gonna add up the letters 1382, the words 331, 192, 12091, 191, all add up to 229, 242. Notice last three numbers, Yawm 56, Al-Qiyamah 186. That's the same thing. Last three number over there, 22,009. Okay, we're gonna solve this number here. How are we gonna solve it? As-sa'a, I'm gonna suggest 327 suggestion. Maybe you wanna do something else. Go ahead. The hour, as-sa'a, name of Nabi alayhi salam, name of Hadrat al-Messiah, Jesus son of Mary. He is the sign for the hour. And people asking them about the hour. 327 by itself, this. What is this? You know what is this? This is Al-Rasul. Al-Rasul. Yeah, this is Al-Rasul, the messenger, Al-Rasul. Look here, we saw Rasulullah. This is Al-Rasul. Al-Rasul. I know this from decoding for Alif Lam Ra. Alif Lam Ra in the 6 chapters. Times this much, 327 times 693, the geometrical value of the 14 disjointed letter, a big number, I don't know what is it. And what left is 1 represent Allah Almighty, ilmuha inda Allah. 286, they asked Nabi alayhi salam about the hour. Muhammad bin Abdullah, as-sa'a, they asked him about the hour. 2177. 2177, this number here. 2177. Allah knows best. What is this? Why this number kept showing up? Okay, I'm doing the decoding, but sometimes I don't touch the decoding. I don't do anything to it. It just come out by itself. So it's not all the time, but when I do it, I do this choice because I have multiple choice to choose from. So I choose the numbers I know. But when I do that, I try to decode for the other end over there, this set of numbers here. So this is very complicated, that you see. It's not something 284 times al-basmali. Khalas, this is, how about the rest of we have two set now. I split those. We have 40 times the hour came in the Quran, the big hour, 48 altogether, sa'a 8 times, and the hour 40 times. These 40 times split into chapters initiated with disjointed letters and regular chapters without those disjointed. So I make those chapters into two sections. One section with disjointed letter like alif lam mim, sad, etc., alif lam ra, ha mim, and the rest of the verses belong to other chapters like Al-An'am, the first location, 31. So you're gonna find Al-An'am 31, Al-An'am 40. Go back to look him up again. So we have Al-An'am 31, Al-An'am chapter 6, the livestock 40, 31 and 40. قل أرأيتم إن أتاكم عذاب الله أو أتتكم الساعة أغير الله تدعون. Came in Al-Nahl 77, the bees. Al-Kahf, the cave, 2136. Came in chapter Al-Hajj 1 and 7 and 55. Came in chapter 25, chapter Al-Furqan. Is this Al-Furqan? Yeah. Al-Furqan. Chapter Al-Furqan 11. Where else? 33 Al-Ahzab 63 came. Saba 3, chapter 43, 34 3. And it came also last, came in Al-Qamar. Before Al-Qamar, Muhammad Isa salam, our blood prophets, 18. Al-Qamar 1 and 46. And Al-Nazi'at يسألونك عن ساعة أيان مرسيها 42. 42. Okay. So so I'm going to look at these verses where there's no, we have 7 minutes. So the one I did is the chapter initiated with disjointed letter. The one I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the one with is regular like chapters. The other what left, the other like set of chapters or verses. So I'm gonna these how many they are. The mentioning of a sa'a came in chapters not opened with disjointed letter 19 times in 16 verse. 19 times in 16 verse in 11 chapters. So I'm going to look at these 16 verse, serial value of these 16 verse, 9965. Decode for this chapter. Look how easy and breezy this people and nas, the people asking about the hour I'm going to multiply this with 92. There's a lot of data stored in this term over here. I do not know it, but Allah knows this. Who are these people asking about the hour? I know the numerical system in the Quran much more complicated, but it is very hard for me to decode the whole body of the set of the structure. I do not know the structure itself. So what I do, I store, and this is, if it's right, it's very genius. It's not that because I borrow it, but it is a very genius idea, because this way you have two choices. Choice number one, not to know anything about it. Choice number two, also not to know anything about it. So choice number three is to take just a little bit of the information and deal with it, and leave the most data stored in the system. I do not know it, because the people, when they hear say, for example, يسألونك, they ask you about the hour, for example. Who are these people asking? Who's يسألونك? Who's يسألك الناس عن الساعة, for example, 3363. Who's these people? You tell me, can you tell me who's the people they asking about the hour? Millions of them, billions of them. الناس, it doesn't say يسألك ناس عن الساعة. People, the people ask you. So anyway, so this you need to look it up from that point. So what left is the Nabi alayhi salam, who's been asking about the hour. What left is 1603. If you don't like this choice of decoding, just see what you're gonna do. 975 is the total amount of letters. 234 is the total amount of words in these 16 verses. These verses, their numbers add up to 501. 501. Okay, 11675. Okay, I'm decoding with 52. This is Abdullah. 192. I'm decoding with Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, or Hijri. Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. They ask him about the hour, as-sa'a. Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam, Muhammad and Hijri. What left is 1603. So same kind of result. What if I'm gonna do the number of the chapters where each verse, so I'm gonna add up 16 number, each verse belongs to a chapter, right? You say you're right. Okay, go ahead and add up the number of the chapter. So if you do so, guarantee you get that much number, 477. This term, chapter, number, repeated, not revelation, repeated. Okay, all up to here. It's very complicated. So if you just, I cannot even see it. 121, 120, 152, 12,000, 12,000, 152 instead of 11,600. I'm going to decode this one here. If you decode Ajal, 3-4, Ajal or Amr, times 192, I'm decoding with al-Basmali. The name of Nabi alayhi salam, يسألونك alayhi salam, Ahmad bin Abdullah. What left is a number, 161646, 160338. This is one calendar I'm using here. Why I choose this technique? Because it's very hard to make a mistake, because now you mix up so many information. This technique, I'm saying, it's more hard, but it's also, if you get it, it's harder to make mistake. Okay, because now we're dealing with different calendars. That's it. I'm gonna stop here, come back to it inshallah. Subhanakallah wa hamdik, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.